Today, as the industry pivots again and is reopening, we are presenting you a shorter format AFAR PD, and yet again in an online forum so that you can participate from home or from the workplace and not take as much out of your busy schedules as you deliver the fantastic services you provide to our communities. Before I begin with the agenda, please note some AFAR etiquette. Please feel free to participate in our chat, but keep your microphones off throughout the presentation. There will be time for questions at the end of each presentation, or you can pop your questions in the chat at any time. To join our chat, press the speech bubble icon at the top right of your screen. Please note today's session will be filmed. If you'd like to opt out of filming, you can do so now. Go to the next slide. So just quickly to our agenda. Today we will hear from Lisa Gates, who's in our aquatic industry services team, to give a presentation on how to prepare for a pool safety assessment with LSV. Then we will hear from Caitlin Greenhill, who's an education project officer in our education and water safety team, to deliver on an exciting project called Swim City. And finally, we will finish today with Trudy McCullough from our diversity and inclusion team, presenting on opportunities in our diversity and inclusion department. Today's session will run just short of an hour, so I hope it's short and sharp, and I hope you enjoy. I'd like to hand over now to Lisa Gates, who's the Coordinator of Aquatic Industry Services. Lisa, if you want to turn your microphone on, and I'll leave you be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alec, and welcome everyone to today's session. The session I'm presenting will provide you with an overview of pool safety assessments. Some of you may have already been through this process and already have a level of knowledge. However, for those of you who are new to pool safety assessments, I will provide you with a snapshot into why this is a vital undertaking for all public facilities. So first of all, we're going to have a look at why we do pool safety assessments. Pool safety assessments are designed to provide you with an overview of your facility's performance against industry standards and expectations. These standards and expectations are found in the following resources that I'm sure you are very familiar with. A Safer Public Pools Code of Practice is first. This was first launched in October 2018, and a second iteration was released last month. The Code of Practice is a joint Victorian government initiative in response to coronial recommendations, and it is intended to provide consistency regarding the application and review of industry standards, benchmarking and reporting. Next is the GSPO. Royal Lifesaving Australia developed and maintained the GSPO. It is a set of detailed specifications and recommendations establishing best practice design and operations of aquatic locations within Australia. And our last document is the Water Quality Guidelines for Public Aquatic Facilities. This is a Victorian government requirement and is in place to assist aquatic facilities to manage water quality risks to public health and to ensure compliance with the Act and regulations. Information contained within the pool safety assessment is measured against recommendations within these resources. Now we're going to look at the safety assessment process. The first step is an assessor will arrive at your facility. The duration of the assessment can vary from 4 to 6 hours, and the assessor will request to see evidence relating to various documents, qualifications, aquatic education, facility design, safety, first aid, and emergency planning. And all this evidence is recorded at the time. This process is very much reliant upon a two-way communication between the assessor and the staff at the facility. Once the assessment is complete, a report is prepared and sent to the facility approximately 15 days after the visit. The next step in the process is a consult review. You have approximately 60 days to book in and attend a consult review. And this can be either an in-person meeting at LSV State Centre, or as in recent times due to COVID, this has been evolved into a Teams meeting. This meeting is where you have an opportunity to provide additional evidence. This evidence is then updated in the report and which is republished with the most recent results. Preparing the evidence is really important to success and making sure this assessment runs smoothly. It can be either in a hard copy or paper-based, online, images, a walk around the facility to view items. And there's also the consult review. When you have the opportunity to attend the consult review, you can create a file and have it prepared to present on the day. And who might be coming out to visit you on site? Here are some images of the team of assessors, and we have a vast experience which includes management consultancy and aquatic industry experience. And some or all of us have full-time work in addition to being a pool safety assessor. Have you got me? Okay. All assessors are appropriately qualified and have successfully completed lead auditor qualifications. So you can see any of these very friendly faces out on site. Now we're going to step into completing an assessment. When the assessment is booked, you receive a preparation support document, which will assist you to prepare for the assessment and locate required information. And what we have here is a snapshot of what the pool safety assessment app is, what the assessor has. The image that you're looking at here outlines all the various sections at the top, and section 6 is highlighted, which is first aid, and then there can be up to 20 to 30 questions within each section. And what this is highlighting here for you now, as in section 1, 6.01, each question may have sub-questions such as A, B, and C. So it's a very extensive process and very detailed. The PSA has 20 different sections, yet they may not all apply, as it will be tailored to your facility based on your water spaces, the special features you have, and aquatic programs. Some of these sections include work health and safety, emergency planning, qualifications and training for all your lifeguards, swim teachers, aquatic technical operator training, aquatic programs, supervision, first aid, plant and chemicals, changing facilities, all the various pools, spas, diving equipment, inflatables, slides and flumes, rivers, interactive features, as well as movable floors. The questions within each assessment are constantly reviewed by industry experts. They are fully reference-based and considered best practice within the aquatic industry. The most important piece of information I'd like to give to you is to know your information. Use the preparation support document, which is delivered to you upon booking, and have the relevant staff on hand to provide evidence and answer questions. For example, your aquatic education team leader can work with the assessor when the section on aquatic programs is being undertaken. Next, we're going to look at, once the assessment is complete, the report. So the final step is the report, and the facility is emailed a link to access this information. And I have got a couple of images of what the report looks like. 2 reports are sent to the facility you receive. One is a safety assessment, and the second is a risk treatment plan, which will provide information on your compliance levels and recommend practical solutions to any identified risks. As you can see in this example, the report details each section and the results are achieved. So this snapshot here, we've got compliance score. So they've got a wonderful result of overall 96.17 and a safety score of 94.33, which is the result of the sections listed here. Next, we have a snapshot of what's inside the report and what it actually looks like. So what we've got here is a couple of questions in section 3, the qualifications and training section. Compliance items are highlighted in green, and non-compliance items is where missing information and they're highlighted in red. And that's where you need to provide evidence, either at the consult review for this missing information. As you can see here in question 3.16, evidence was provided for only one staff member 3, and so then you would be looking at trying to find additional information for the other 3 staff members, and then also for 3.17, the training calendar. If at any time during the assessment process, upon receiving the report, you need any further questions or you aren't understanding anything, you are always able to contact the team, us at Aquatic Industry Services, and we can guide you through this and assist you. Next, we're going to look at the Lifesaving Victoria website. What we have here is the Victorian Public Pool Register. This image includes the classifications and endorsements, and so the results from your report talk directly to the Victorian Public Pool Register. The example that we've got here is Collingwood Leisure Centre, so it will list the facility, when they have undertaken an assessment, their endorsement level, and important to note that all this information is available to the public. Facilities are recommended to undertake pool safety assessments on a regular and systematic basis. Lifesaving Victoria recommends that facilities use risk exposure, such as attendance numbers, to determine this frequency. And now what we're having a look at is also on the LSV website are the industry support resources. The process of undertaking a pool safety assessment can be very demanding and overwhelming. And as assessors, we know this firsthand, as many of us have been in your position. Remember, we are here to help. We aren't judging you or your facility, and we want to help you achieve a safe facility for your staff and patrons. To assist you achieve this, there are also many practical resources for you to use and refer to at your centre. The industry support resources, as we have here, this is just one small part of what's available to you, which is again on the Lifesaving Victoria website. It also includes information relating to in-service training for pool lifeguards, aquatic education teachers, checklists, calculators, and document templates. And just to finish off, remembering the aquatic industry team, we're here to help. What I've got here are links to all the references and resources that I've used within the presentation, and most of all, that there is the email address down the bottom there. Please don't hesitate to email us, and one of us will be responding to any of your queries within the next day or two. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and we'll see what we can do to help. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa, and some very important information there. I'm next going to hand over to Caitlin Greenhill, who's a project officer within our swimming and water safety education team. Caitlin, if you can hear me, if you want to turn your camera on, and then you can begin sharing your screen. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Alec. And I'll just confirm that you can see and hear me just as I begin sharing my screen. Should not be too long. I'll bring that up now.
Yeah, I can hear. I can't see you yet. Sorry, I can't see your screen yet. There we go.
No worries. Excellent. Thank you very much. And you will have to excuse me. I have returned to the office. I'm in a little meeting room by myself at the moment. So if there is a bit of background noise, don't mind that. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at AFAR again. As you can see, we are going to be looking all at Water Safety Week, as well as a brand new or upcoming online module that we have been developing, and we are very, very excited about it. And we will dive right into that today to discuss how you can implement it in your programs, especially during Water Safety Week this year. So my name is Caitlin Greenhill. I am a project officer for the Swimming and Water Safety Education team at Lifesaving Victoria. And today we are also joined by our wonderful education team in the chat today. So make sure you jump on that chat right now, say hello, let us know where you're joining us from. You know the drill, how we go usually. And as we go through the presentation, there will also be some links posted into that chat section relevant to what we are talking about at the time. So in today's session, we will be talking all about why Water Safety Week is so important. We'll be looking at Swim City, which is our new online experience, as well as some tips and tricks for Water Safety Week and how you can make the most of this year's Water Safety Week in the easiest way possible. Okay, so let's start us off with why is Water Safety Week so important? Now, we know that over the past 18 months, there have been a number of students across Victoria who have not been able to attend their lessons due to a number of factors. So this is an opportunity this year, this Water Safety Week, to get our students prepared for being in water environments, to make sure that they know the safety messages, how to keep themselves safe as well as others safe around water, how to participate in recreational activities safely around the water there as well. We know that our students need to be prepared for this summer. And another thing that we are aware of are the drowning report statistics that we saw over the previous financial year. So the summer of 2020 and 2021 was quite significant with drowning statistics, and we will go through that in a little bit more detail later on in this presentation. And also we need to think about this year's potential scenario following on from what we saw last year. Being aware again that this year, 2021, we have seen very limited swimming lessons occur for our Victorian students. So we need to think about the potential scenario that we may come across in the summer of 2021 and 2022. Okay, so on your screen now you can see a little bit of information that has come from the National Drowning Report. Now this data that is on screen is relevant to Victoria. So that's where this has been taken from. And as you can see, over the 2020 and 2021 financial year, Victoria saw 61 drowning deaths across the state. This was actually a 79% increase from the previous year, 2019 to 2020, and a 42% increase over the 10-year average. So quite a significant number there. Now, if you look at the little graph below those numbers, you can see the ages of the drownings there. As you can see, 1/4 of those drownings were in the age group of 0 to 14 years of age. And that is our typical target cohort when we look at our schools and our school swimming lessons. We typically target those ages there. So this is where you guys come in. It is so important to push out those messages, get our students prepared for summer, make sure they're aware of the water safety messages that we would typically teach them in a swimming lesson or a swimming program. Thank you, Michelle, for popping in the National Drowning Report there. So you can absolutely have a look at that further and to get a little bit more insight into far different points of that drowning report as well. Also be aware that Victoria's drowning report will be released during Water Safety Week this year, so end of November or start of December. That's where it typically crosses over there. So we will have a lot more insight into Victoria's data when that is released in Water Safety Week. So what we have on screen now is what we call the Perfect Storm 2.0. This is a document that was produced last year. It was originally called the Perfect Storm, and it looked at the, the typical scenarios that we anticipate to see following on from the year that has been. Now, this created a sort of insight into the different factors that could contribute to what we will see over summer, as well as our responses and those sorts of things. And the Perfect Storm 2.0 will be released at some point this year as well. And it's important to take note of the information that's on screen. We can see the contributing factors that we may see during the summer period at the end of this year and the start of next year. We anticipate that we'll see a significant increase in people recreating in and around water. more people crowding at popular waterway locations, people missing out on gaining water safety knowledge and skills, a greater demand and uncertainty for the life-saving workforce, and pandemic fatigue impacting on water safety risk management. There's one particular factor there that I want to zoom in on and chat about a bit further, and I'm sure everybody has sort of had a red alarm bell flashing when they heard this one, is that people missing out on gaining water safety knowledge and skills. Now, there is something that we can do in that space to prepare our students, as I've said before. That's where we come into Water Safety Week. That's where we come in with our fantastic new Swim City online e-learning module as well. The purpose or the reason we developed this module was in response to last year's year and what we saw in school swimming lessons and the cancellation of these, the closures of swim schools and so forth. We want to make sure that we can gain a lot of reach with this online module. It is an online module. It is located on a website as simple as a web link to access. We want to share this with all Victorian students across the state so that we can prepare them this year for the summer ahead. This is going to enable us to teach them all the water safety skills and the knowledge that we would typically teach in those lessons. So if they have had their swimming lessons cancelled this year, they can still access these fantastic water safety skills and knowledge through this e-learning module. So what is Swim City? So students will explore various aquatic environments and solve challenges through these environments. And the environments include the home, an aquatic centre, the river, the lake, a bay beach and a surf beach. And as I said, as they interact with these locations and these water safety venues, they will learn vital water safety knowledge and also work towards achieving the knowledge component of the Victorian Water Safety Certificate. So a great way to commence them towards achieving that. If they have been able to achieve the practical components of the certificate, this is a great way to teach the knowledge components. Also a great way to prepare them if they are about to be assessed for their Victorian Water Safety Certificate practical skills. So let's have a look now at what Swim City actually looks like. Now on the map on screen now, you can see all the different waterway locations across Victoria. So we really want to target all the different waterways that students could interact with this summer, whether it's their home environment, whether it's somewhere that they will visit on a holiday or a weekend away or a day trip, or if it's something that they visit regularly, they may still not be aware of the specific key messages associated with that waterway. So we have targeted those 6 waterways that are very common across Victoria and common for recreating in and around as well for our students. So take a look at that, take it all in, have a think about what waterways are close to your facility and which ones you might really hone in on when you are delivering this Swim City as well. On screen now, you can see a little example of what activities are like on the Swim City module. So students have to complete challenges. This challenge is an example of when students have to select a danger or find the different dangers around the screen. And then we have a little bit of a discussion about why they are important dangers to be aware of and the safe way to use the different features in a backyard environment or a home environment there. Now, it's important to be aware of that we will be providing you with a promotional kit. So we don't expect you to do all the promo work to wrap your head around what this is all about and type up all your copy and prepare social media posts or images and that sort of thing. We have done all that hard work for you. Your job now is to simply grab a hold of this promotional kit where we will send this to you hopefully this week. So keep an eye out for your emails. Our usual MailChimp email list will receive this promotional kit. And all we ask you to do is have a chat with your media team. We will have the social posts. We will have the copy or the text that you can put in those posts. There will be extra information about the module itself with some background information, some information about a competition that we will be running, as well as the important links and a newsletter insert as well. So you will have all the text and information there ready to go, as well as the images and the post material ready for those posts. And away you go, as simple as that. It is important to note as well that we will be launching this module on the 22nd of November. So we do anticipate that we encourage you to hold back on or prepare your, I guess, social posts around that date. You may have seen on LSV's social media platforms that we have done a few little, I guess, posts to bring people's attention to the module and a few sneak peeks of the module as well. So that might be a great option for you to do that way. But please do be aware that the 22nd of November is the official date of the launch. That is when it will be on the website ready to go. Currently on the website, there is a holding screen. So you'll see a nice, bright, fun picture saying coming soon, and that will eventually change on the 22nd of November with the module itself. So very exciting there. So just giving you a little bit of a sneak peek about what the different social media images and posts will look like. You can see them on screen there. We have some banners, we have some tiles as well for you to put on your social media posts. If there is anything particular that you will be interested in that is very relevant to your cohort, your community, your location, and it's not included in that promo kit, reach out to us, send us an email. We will have our contact details at the end of this presentation. So please do get in contact with us and let us know how we can help you further with implementing that kit if there is something particular that you think would be very beneficial for your social posts. All right, so your next steps, as you can see here, your next steps are to receive the promo kit. You will then plan your social media posts, share the competition. LSV will be running the competition and there will be information included in that promotional kit. So you'll be able to learn all about it and understand it there. And promote, promote, promote. We want to get every single Victorian student or primary school student using this. In saying that, we're not limiting it to primary school students. If you think this would be beneficial for your year 7 and 8 students, absolutely share it around with your families and your community. We want to get our students ready for summer. We want to teach them the important and the vital water safety skills and knowledge through this e-learning module. And that's the way we're going to do it. If we all work together, we share it around with our communities. We have created those products for you. So it's simple as adding it all together, hitting the share button and posting it on your social media as well. So let's see how many students we can get through our Swim City module this year. Now we're going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks for Water Safety Week. So how you can best implement resources that we have available and use those in your Water Safety Week promotion. As I've said earlier in this presentation, Water Safety Week is more important than ever this year. We need to get our students ready and prepared for summer. And I know I keep going on about it, but that is how important it is. So as you can see on screen, we do have the link there to our toolkit. That is where all of our free resources and information is located. We also have access on the toolkit. We have access to the national drowning reports as well as the statewide drowning report as well. So you'll be able to find those on the toolkit there. But a great little part of the toolkit for you to access is our classroom-based water safety resources and activities that we have on here. So it's as simple as jumping on the link that Michelle has just popped into the chat. Click on school swimming programs, click on classroom-based water safety, and you will see this page that is on screen pop up on your screen. This is full of activity sheets, posters, activity books, lesson plans, all sorts, colouring sheets, fun activities, and so forth. So make sure you really make full use of these and utilise those during your Water Safety Week. You may wish to have them on pool deck, allowing students to practice these while they're waiting for their swimming lessons. You can hand them out to parents at your front desk. You can share them online with your communities as well. Think about how you're going to implement it in your Water Safety Week opportunity. These are some examples of some of the activities sheets, the colouring sheets, the workbooks that are located on our toolkit there. So we have a fantastic search and find that you can see at the top of that screen there. Very engaging one. We love having a go at that at LSV. It's not just for the kids, don't you worry. It's lots of fun and a lot more resources than what you just see on the screen here. So make sure to look into that one. Now, some more tips and tricks for your Water Safety Week this year. We are encouraging you to do the following things to really, I guess, hone in on and present the important messages that we want to get out this year. So the first one we can see is to share Lifesaving Victoria's Water Safety Week posts. These will be posted throughout Water Safety Week, so it's as simple as sharing those posts, and the drowning report, as I mentioned earlier, will be released, the Victorian drowning report, during this week as well. The next thing we encourage you to do is to create a water safety display with information from your local area. So have a read through of that drowning report, see the key messages and the information and the statistics that are vital and relevant to your area, and include those in some promotional material or a display that you have around your centre. That's a great opportunity there. And then finally, we absolutely encourage you to share the information regarding the Victorian Water Safety Certificate to increase awareness of the competencies that students should be able to achieve by the end of primary school. As I said, the Swim City module will assist in the knowledge component of this, and that's where you can really push and promote that module as well, letting families know that it will be going towards students achieving this competency, and also allowing students to be aware of this and families aware of the Victorian Water Safety Certificate and its importance in allowing students or teaching students the vital skills that they should be achieving by the time they reach the end of primary school. Okay, so we have some time now for some questions and answers. I know that we are running a bit under time today, so we might be able to wrap up our AFAR session quite soon. However, I'm going to open it up to our team, our education team, to see if there are any questions in the chat, or if there have been any questions in the chat that we can bring forward and discuss a bit further. So if we have Michelle or Jackie or Liz available, if you guys could please pop on your microphones and let me know if we have any questions in the chat.
Hi, Caitlin, it's Jackie. We had a question earlier about the recording going onto the website and when information will be sent out. What's the plans for sending the information out to everybody?
Fantastic, thanks Jackie. So the promotional kit, the information, and we'll also include the recording of today's session in there as well, is going to be sent out this week. So you will have time to receive that promotional kit, discuss with your media team or your comms team to prepare some posts, some social media posts. It will have all the information, again, that date that it will be released, so the 22nd of November. It will have all our links to the Swim City module. It will have the competition details and all sorts as well. So that will be coming this week to give you plenty of time to prepare your posts and plan for those and what they're going to look like when leading up to the module launch, as well as when the module has been launched, and you can engage your communities and get them into the Swim City module. Any other questions out there? If you do have a question, please pop it in the chat and we can get to that now. I'll see if I can pop it up here. And Michelle has popped in some fantastic links there in the chat as well. Excellent. I think I've just scrolled through and I can't seem to see any more questions there. Fantastic. So what I'll do now is I'll jump across to our survey that we have today. We are requesting at all of our presentations that the education team present to you all. We do request that you complete this very, very quick survey at the end of the presentation. This allows us to ensure that we are providing the best professional development, the best topics, the most relevant information to you, and make sure that we are providing you with the information that you want to hear about, the topics that you want to hear about, any, I guess, things that you want to learn more about. It is professional development after all. So we do request that you scan the QR code on screen. We are all very familiar with QR codes, I'm sure, and that will take you directly to the survey itself. If you don't have access to the QR code, you can simply type into a web browser www.slido.com and type in the code that is on screen as well, LSV, or don't forget the hashtag LSVPD2021. So that is our survey there. I will pop this slide back on in a moment, but for now, I am going to remind you all to keep an eye out for the exciting email with all the details about Swim City. That includes the promotional kit. That will be the main piece of that email, as a recording of today's session as well with a bit more information, as well as a few more bits and pieces that will be included there for you. So block that date in your calendar. The 22nd of November is launch day. We are very, very excited and we can't wait to see it either. And here are our contact details on screen. Schoolswimming@lsv.com.au is where you can email us, as well as calling 9676 6940, and that's how you can get in contact with us at the education team. So I'm going to leave this slide up on the screen for a moment there. I will open the mic up to any questions. Otherwise, Alec, I will hand straight back to you, and thank you very much everyone for joining us and learning all about Swim City. If we do have some time left over at the end, we may be able to run through a little bit of a snapshot of what the Swim City module looks like as well. I can get that prepared while we go into the next presentation, but we'll see how much time we have left. So thank you very much, and thank you, Alec.
Thank you, Caitlin. And of course, here at LSV, we are very much in preparation mode for Water Safety Week, and in fact, Water Safety Month this year, as we extend Water Safety Week for the whole month of December with activities throughout the 4 weeks. So very much looking forward to all of those. And I just want to congratulate Caitlin and yourself and the team, the extended team, on this tremendous and excellent water safety resource. I think it's fantastic. So well done, and thank you for joining us here today. I'm just going to share my screen again. So I'll just put that back on, and I think everyone can see that now. Next, I'm very much looking forward to introducing Trudy McAuliffe, who's our Business Development Manager for the Diversity and Inclusion team here at LSV, who's doing some tremendous work with our Diversity and Inclusion department and throughout the aquatic industry. So Trudy, if you want to put your camera on, I'm preparing to throw over to you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Alex. I'm just Alec, I'm just requesting control, and we'll see if we can get everything sorted. Well done, Lisa, Caitlin, and Alec, for setting this session up amazingly. I get to finish it off, which is always a delight. And what I am going to be sharing with you today is a snapshot of a couple of things that the diversity and inclusion team does want to be able to partner and share with the industry to make things a little bit easier and to assist in getting people back into the water in your facilities in the coming months. So I'm not sure.
Trudy,
if
can I interrupt a second there? I actually don't have your slide set loading. It's going straight back to a previous slide. I don't know whether you have your set there available, or do you want me to?
I do. I've just requested control.
Yes.
That's possible.
Yeah, I think you're in control.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see? Here we go.
I don't have your slide set. Might just be worth me stopping sharing and you sharing your.
How are we going?
Yeah. Okay. Now we got your. That's fine. Go ahead. And you just need to. You just need to hit present on your end. Within. Yeah. There you go.
Fantastic.
There you go. All yours. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Technology.
Thank you for bearing with us, everyone, today. And I just actually wanted to acknowledge the traditional owners in which the land that I'm presenting from today, which is the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I also want to pay my respects to those past, present and emerging leaders in the different lands and waterways in which we are gathered. And if there is anyone with us today, I'm very excited to have you joining us indeed. So, sorry, I'm not doing very well with the controls today, but what we are doing in the diversity and inclusion team is expanding from the multicultural team and offering more capabilities and opportunities for people to be safer in and around water. So today I'm going to share with you some really quick snapshots, and you'll have the opportunity to get in touch with us if you would like to be included or be involved in any of these brilliant initiatives. So many of you may be aware that we do help facilitate cold swimming lessons at a number of different facilities around Victoria. So these programs are enabling those that do need some help to access quality swimming lessons, and we bring them and put them in touch with your facility, and you deliver those great swimming lessons. Now what we're looking to do is we're looking to expand upon that and get those that may have arrived in Australia and in particular Victoria many years ago, have established themselves amazingly into the community. They've got their networks and they've got fantastic work opportunities. Their families are building, and it's about how do we make sure that those that may have missed out on the opportunity to learn how to swim when they first arrived, or just never have got around to it themselves due to confidence, have now got the opportunity to do so. We know that this cohort can pay for swimming lessons, but often it's about getting them and enabling them and giving them the confidence to do so. So this program will see us get in touch with a number of different community groups within different areas across Victoria, put them in touch with your facilities, and we will part pay their first term of swimming lessons. They will also part support their own swimming lesson journey, and from there we will look to hopefully have an abundance of new adults or young people that will be delivering and attending swimming lessons at your facilities. So this one here, we're hoping to be starting potentially at the end of this term or the start of next year. So if you are interested, you do know that your demographics has, some great established communities, please reach out to us as we would love to be able to assist you in tapping into this market. The next one that we are looking to do is we are looking to assist the industry with employment. Now, swimming teaching and pool lifeguarding qualified staff has been a little scarce. And we also are aware that some people may have exited different career options over the last 12 to 24 months. What we'd like to do is we'd like to bring some of those highly skilled and knowledgeable people that may not have thought about aquatics as an option for them to be able to work in the industry, give them the confidence to do their swimming teacher course or do their pool lifeguard course and come and work for you. So you may have some members that you would love to be able to put through for free to be able to do the course and then take on. We're here to help you do that, and we also will be identifying those in the community that we can put in touch with you to see if they would be great staff for you. So this is going to be happening across the next 6 months. So if you do want to be involved in this initiative as well, we're looking to put around 20 older adults through some employment and training opportunities so that they can be a wealth of information for your facility. Coming up to our second last one, we do know how much COVID has impacted not only yourselves as staff members and managers of the facilities, your staff cohorts, but also those that visit your facility regularly. Having that confidence to step foot into a swimming pool or a large aquatic facility sometimes can be quite daunting for an older adult. And what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to get those older adults reconnected with the community, some of whom may have been isolating or keeping to their small network over the last 2 years. And we want to provide them the opportunity, the confidence to be able to get back out there and be helping themselves to be more connected, healthier, fitter, and and potentially prevent injury and drowning in the future. So we're looking to connect some older adults to your facilities by doing some small pool visits that will see them come through to your facility for free, that we will look to fund on their behalf. So we will look to fund a staff member, the entry fees and pool hire that may be associated with those costs, to bring these older adults to be connected with your facilities. We will also be supporting them with a little bit of a tour around, some coffee and cake as well. So please, if this is something that you are excited about, you think, oh, we noticed that a number of our older adult members have dropped off, or our aqua exercise classes are less full than what they used to be, let us know, and we'd love to partner and work with you and bring some more older adults to your facilities and increase their confidence. The last thing that I want to share with you today is some training. So I know many of you would have potentially done little pockets of training over the last 12 to 18 months, or have done some online training. Well, Lifesaving Victoria, and in particular from the training department, has one more option for you, which is free. So what we are looking to do is we're looking to roll out our cultural competency training to your facilities. What this will mean is that all you need to do is email the training team. I'll bring that up next here. Oops, sorry. Nope, not playing just yet. You just need to email the training team your facility name, a facility contact person, and the total number of staff that you have at your facility. From there, we will send you out a unique link so that all your staff over a desired amount of time will be able to complete this training. That could be while they're on shift or while they're at home. It is a fantastic and engaging training opportunity. I have done it. I know a lot of my colleagues have done it, and it is one of those training sessions that you go, wow, I learned a lot, but I also enjoyed it, and it wasn't something that that I found challenging either. So I would encourage you to let us know that you'll want your staff team to complete the training. We are aiming for 75% of your staff to be able to complete the training or above, and then they are awarded. Then your facility is awarded as a cultural competent staff team. So I'm going to show you a quick video. I'm hoping that this sound works nicely for you, and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Lee Lin Chin, Australia's best Asian and the SBS Cultural Competence Officer. Over the years, SBS has celebrated cultural diversity, and we've welcomed token employees of many racial backgrounds, be they Greek, Bangladeshi,
Sri Lankan,
same thing, Muslim. Love that hat.
Hijab.
Oh, it's cute. Have to have one. If you want your company to stay competitive, you must train everyone in your team in cultural competence, diversity and inclusion, and not just white people whom we all know are the main offenders. So let's meet the SBS team. Mikey, you look normal enough. What exactly are you?
Well, Eileen, my parents were Romanian born, of Greek extraction.
So got a little bit of the gypsy in you, eh?
No, Leland, not at all.
What about this Greek thing? Does it mean you're always stealing fruit from other people's gardens?
Leland, you really should think about taking this course.
It's been suggested to me, but I don't know why.
Now to the situation in Syria, where there's been... I'm just doing the news where there's...
I won't take a minute. I'm just checking that cultural competence is being observed.
It's all good, Leland.
That Italian camera guy over there, is he posing a problem?
What are you talking about?
Well, he can barely drive a car, let alone handle a camera. Perhaps the most interesting thing about Lucy Salic is her family comes from Croatia.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the most interesting thing.
I would.
Is this about the time I parked in your spot?
Tell me, Lucy, what does cultural competence mean to you?
Well, it's about building cross-cultural communication. We may be different, but there's always common ground.
But that common ground isn't Lee Lin Chin's parking space, is it, Zelich?
Can we cut?
My dear Antoninus, may I begin by acknowledging your elders as the traditional owners of this land?
What are you talking about, Lee Lin? I come from South Africa.
Could have sworn.
You are taking the cultural competence course, aren't you, Lee Lin?
They keep suggesting that to me. I have no idea why. Andy True,
Hey.
what annoys you most about other races?
Well, the whole point of the program is to promote understanding and harmony between two cultures. Do you know what unconscious bias is?
Is this when Chinese people always fall asleep on trains?
No, it's when your brain unconsciously favors people that look like you and it kind of reminds you of yourself.
Oh, that's why I respond so strongly to Angelina Jolie.
You have done that cultural competence course, haven't you? Let's do the course, Leland.
Okay. The Cultural Competence Program features a multimedia online training module. There are many other resources that help build employee capabilities in these often sensitive areas. It's also easy enough for a Gold Logie nominee to use. So what are you waiting for?
Fantastic. I hope everyone enjoyed that little snippet, and I really, I think it highlights the great opportunity for us to all to improve what we do and how we can maybe understand and interact with our members and offerings at our facilities. So on behalf of the diversity and inclusion team, I would like to thank you for listening to this today. We do have an email that you can reach out to us at. So that's diversityinclusion@lsv.com.au. And we'd love to hear if you're interested in any of the topics that we spoke about today, or if you'd like more information, or if we can assist you in general with any diversity and inclusion opportunities for you and your facility. I will hand back over to you, Alec.
Thank you, Trudy. And again, a very entertaining look at diversity and inclusion on all of what not to do from Lee Lin Chin there. So thank you for putting that together for us, Trudy. And yes, that is a great free resource that's being made available through LSV's training department. We are a little bit under time today. Before I wrap up, I just want to throw the opportunity back out. I'm going to suggest there will be an opportunity immediately after I wrap up. Caitlin's going to stick around to show anybody that's interested a bit of a sneak peek at the Swim City module that she presented on earlier. So after I wrap up here now, over to Caitlin again. So bear with me a second. I'll just put my closing screen back up. As I said at the start of this AFAR session today, this is just a snippet, a small session, AFAR session, in order to enable all of you to get on with your busy work lives. I just wanted to share, I work for Aquatic Industry Services. We lead the process of aquatic industry safety assessments, or pool safety assessments, that Lisa presented on at the front end of this AFAR session. If you did want to get in contact with us, our email address is ais@lsv.com.au, or you can get us directly on that line there. But without much more to do, I will hand over to Caitlin in a second. Before I do so, I do also want to cover off that following this session, later this afternoon, we have our masterclass session, which is a paid session, which is run by our people team here at Lifesaving Victoria. Today we've got Peter Agnew from the Resilience Project, who's a renowned resilience speaker, delivering his session. So if you do want to get some more information about that, please jump on to our Lifesaving Victoria website and have a look for the masterclass session, which is on the same page as our aquatic fitness and recreation PD. And there is still positions and room there to join that session. If you'd like to, just click the links and follow the links. Otherwise, from me and my colleagues here at Lifesaving Victoria, I want to thank you again for joining us for aquatic fitness and recreation professional development session. Caitlin, I'm going to throw it back over to you, but thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here today.
Thank you, Alec, and thank you to Lisa and Trudy both for sharing fantastic presentations as well. Okay, everyone, the moment you have been waiting for, I am going to share my screen. So bear with me just a moment as I bring this up for you. Hopefully you can see what's on my screen. I might just get Alec to jump off mute just to let me know that you can see, and in a moment hear fun music in the background.
Yeah, can hear it. It is a little bit on the loud side over your voice, but looking good, Caitlin. Back over to you.
No worries, thank you. I have turned it down, so hopefully that's a little bit quieter for you all. We won't be making this much longer. So, as you can see, here is our home screen for Swim City. Now, we are working on a fun-looking logo, so there will be a fantastic logo on this screen very soon as well. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so the children are going to jump on, be greeted by this welcome message that says, "Hello, superhero. You are about to go on a fun adventure exploring how to stay safe at all the swimming spots on this map. You'll also learn how to help your friends and family stay safe along the way, and that makes you a superhero." So it really introduces the students to what they'll be doing, to the importance of this module, and get them engaged and excited about being a superhero. I know everybody wants to be a superhero. Okay, now there will be some thinking of this text as well. So there will be a voiceover for the student, allowing everybody to listen. So let's jump in. The first job, and I want everybody on the chat for this, we need to pick a character. We need to pick a sidekick, better off. So are we going with Splash? Yippee! Are we going with Pod? Or are we going with Finn? Arr. Jump on the chat and let me know. The first person who pops in a name, that's who we're picking. I'll give you a few more seconds. Let's see, have we got any comments in there? I can't see anything, but that's okay. I'm going to go with my favourite, Finn. Finn the pirate. I'm sure that's what everyone was picking. Okay, so students are going to have to enter in. This won't be pre-filled when they jump in. They enter in their first name, enter in their age, and then they are going to select their state where they are joining us from. So this is open to, we are opening this up to all the states across the country. Now, this one won't let me select Victoria, so let's pick something else. There we go. And I wish I was in sunny Queensland, believe me. And then we go through to the next step. So as you can see, the students are greeted with another message here to let them know what we're going to do first. We're going to head home first, but they do get to see the whole map and all the fun little things that are popping up on the screen as well. So let's go to our first destination. Here we are at the home environment. So the home environment involves a lot of different things that have or use water in them. So not just a backyard pool, but you'll see a whole lot more things in here as well. The first challenge, as you can see in the instructions, is to find all the different dangers around the home. So let's see how many dangers we can find. If I miss any, make sure you pop them in the chat. All right, so first one, we're looking around, I think. Here we go, an open gate. Students will click on that, they achieve a star, and then it gives a little bit of an explanation as to why this is a danger, so that the students are actually learning why it's important to close the gate at home. And it's got fun little sound effects there too. We've got our pond over here and our bird bath and a bucket as well that seems to be open and could potentially be a danger for students. So let's see what happens. There we go. So we need to make sure we put mesh over the pond, make sure the bird bath is out of reach, and empty all buckets of water when we are finished with them. And as you can see, once the students have selected the danger becomes safer. So it's made safe for the environment there. Another one here, making sure that we pull the water out of the bath and close the toilet lid. We've got another one over here. The ladder, so we need to make sure that is moved away from the water tank and not able to be moved to the pool fence either. Now, any other ones? I want to see what people have to say in the chat. Any other dangers you can see on the map here? Our chat's a bit quiet unless it's just my computer that's not allowing me to see any of the conversations happening there. I will even open it up if you did want to take your microphones off mute and yell out a couple of dangers that you see around the screen. I might be able to give you some hints.
Caitlin, you got a lot of feedback on the names of the characters that people wanted, but gone quiet on the.
I couldn't see them. Sorry, everyone. I hope everyone chose Finn because that's who we went with. So obviously I can't see the chat, everyone, but yep, take your microphones off mute. We have ended the session officially, so we can absolutely jump in and share our thoughts. Any dangers around the screen here?
Alex suggested the toys in the pool.
Let's see. Excellent, good one. So it's always important that we put the pool toys away after we've finished playing with them. And away they go into the shed with the door closed. And our last one, here it is, the inflatable pool. So we need to make sure that once we've finished using the inflatable pool with an adult, that's a good thing that we wanted to point out in the module, never swim alone. Make sure there is an adult always watching you and supervising you at all times. We must empty the water and put the pool away so the area is safe. There we go. So we've found all 6 dangers and now the family is safe. And it's time to get changed into our suitable swimwear. So that's where I'm going to leave our preview for today. We don't want to give away too much. You are going to have to wait until the 22nd to see all of the fun activities that the students can join in with. So it is a very, very engaging module. As you can tell, we have had lots of fun practicing it, going through it, reviewing it and making it. And we know that all our children and students across Victoria and even across Australia are really going to take a lot from this as well. So we hope you enjoyed that little preview. As I said, keep an eye out for your emails this week. We will be sending through that promotional kit as well as some further information and the recording from today. But on behalf of everyone here today at AFAR, we would like to thank you for joining us again. Thank you for your dedication and your contribution towards swimming and water safety education across Victoria for all of our Victorian students. We hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Any questions, you can pop them in the chat. We might stay around for a little bit longer. But once again, thank you for joining us and we will see you next time.